Welcome. You're tuned into Tangled Threads. If you're digging our content, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Her plan for our open marriage backfired on her as I discovered her true intentions. Good afternoon, Reddit. It's me, LostInLoveConfusion, and boy do I have a doozy for y'all. So, out of nowhere, my lovely wife of 7 years springs it on me. Honey, I think we should consider an open marriage. Now, first thoughts. Am I in a parallel universe? Did I accidentally walk into a sitcom pilot? Did the ghosts of infidelity past visit her in a dream? I turned to her, maintaining the same expression I'd have if someone told me pigeons were actually government drones. What? She goes on to explain in the calmest way possible that she's been reading about how it can revitalize marriages and introduce a healthy dynamic into long-term relationships. Cool, right? Now I'm here, surfing the waves of Reddit, trying to answer 1,000 questions. Is this a common thing? Are other people doing it and having success? Do I get a badge or a membership card? But here's the kicker. A little part of me wonders if this is just her way of saying she's tired of me, or worse, she's got someone on the side. And what if I take the bait, dive into this sea of sexual freedom, and she goes nuclear when I actually sleep with someone else? I'm having nightmare visions of her being totally chill about seeing other guys, but the moment I mention a date, she morphs into a hybrid of the Hulk and a scorned cat. I've read up a bit. There's a bunch of rules, right? Like a board game of sexual monopoly? Do not pass go, do not bang your best friend's sister, that sort of thing. And yeah, I guess there's a level of freedom here. I mean, theoretically, I could be out there living my best Hugh Hefner life, minus the mansion and robe. But I love my wife, and this feels like walking into unknown territory without a map, flashlight, or even pants. So, to the wise sages of Reddit, I come with my humble queries. Is this a normal thing in long-term relationships, or am I in the twilight zone? How do you even navigate the rules? Do you sit with a whiteboard and strategize like it's a war room? How do I make sure this doesn't become a one-sided deal where she gets all the fun and I get all the heartache? So what's the official big boy strategy here? Help a lost soul out. Peace, love, and utter confusion. Lost in love. Confusion. Edit. Thanks for the awards, kind strangers. Never thought my dilemma would earn gold. Life's funny that way. Here are some of the responses he received. 1. Dude, I've been there. My ex and I tried this and it spiraled out of control. Open communication is essential, but so is ensuring you're both on the same page emotionally. It's not for everyone, and if you're having doubts, that's your gut telling you something. 2. Hey, my husband and I have been in an open relationship for 5 years and it's the best thing ever. The key is trust, communication, and respect. And yes, rules are a must. It might not be for everyone, but don't knock it till you try it. 3. Just because it's becoming a trend doesn't mean it's right for everyone. Tread carefully, my friend. Relationships are more than just trends. 4. Relationship therapist here. Open relationships can work for many couples, but it's essential to ensure both parties truly want it and are not pressured into it. Remember, therapy can be an invaluable tool to navigate these new waters. Consider seeking professional guidance before diving in. 5. Sounds like a trap, bro. I'd bet she's already got someone in mind. Protect your heart and, more importantly, protect your assets. Here is his first update. Update. Diving into the open waters and realizing it's shark-infested. Hello, Reddit fam. Firstly, thank you for the outpouring of advice, concerns, vibes, and wisdom in my last post. It was both enlightening and slightly overwhelming. As promised, here's an update on my roller coaster journey into the open marriage world. My wife was pretty set on this path, and in all honesty, I felt cornered. I didn't want to lose her, and it seemed like if I wanted to keep our marriage, I'd need to open the door and let the winds of change sweep through. So, with a deep breath and many doubts, I agreed. Now here's the thing. The beginning phase of reaching out and mingling was weird, but despite my initial awkwardness, it turned out I still had some mojo left. I started attracting potential partners, and for a brief moment there was this tiny flicker of hope that maybe, just maybe, this could work. But reality slapped me in the face when I'd explain my situation. Men might flock to the idea of a no-strings-attached arrangement with a woman, but women? Oh boy, they are not wired the same way. The moment I mentioned my open marriage scenario, I was met with suspicion, doubt, or sheer disinterest. They didn't want to be the other woman, even in an approved setting. I started to think that the only way I could find someone genuinely interested in this setup would be if I went down a path I wasn't comfortable with. In other words, if I wanted an extra partner outside of my marriage, she would have to be a bona fide, certified, nasty, slutty whore with no morals. Suddenly the word compromise took on a whole new meaning. Then the enlightenment hit me. If I felt like that in order to score, it would have to be with a trashy hoe. Then what did that mean? The uncomfortable realization dawned upon me. I was essentially placing my wife in that same category. How could I not see the giant elephant in the room that was doing the cha-cha? It's clear to me now that this isn't going to work. Our foundation is crumbling, and all my respect for her is completely gone. Our lives were taking two different paths, and that was the truth I had to face. I'll be back with another update once the dust settles and I find out where we stand. Until then, keep the advice and stories coming. It's oddly comforting knowing I'm not alone in this chaotic relationship wilderness. Signing off for now, LostInLoveConfusion. Here's his final update. Hey Reddit family, I know many of you have been waiting for an update, and boy do I have a story to share. So grab some popcorn and settle in. This is a whirlwind. Since our last chat, I started the divorce proceedings silently. My gut told me that it was the end of the road for our marriage. But before I could drop the D-bomb on my wife, life threw me a curveball. A buddy and I decided to hit up this upscale lounge in town. We thought it'd be a nice change from the typical bars. Plus I needed some serious advice and moral support. As we sat, discussing my life's drama, an attractive woman approached the bar. Our eyes met, and there was this undeniable spark. I had taken my ring off earlier that day, trying to get used to the impending reality. Chit-chat turned into deep conversation. My buddy, clearly seeing the potential of the situation, made up an excuse to leave. It's good to have a best friend like that. Anyway, before I knew it, we were back at her place, and it was, well, surreal. The evening was a burst of passion and connection I hadn't felt in ages. Damn, it was so refreshing, like freaking water in the dry, hot desert. Feeling renewed and firm in my decision, I returned home to confront my wife. But before the divorce talk, I spilled the beans about my unexpected encounter. I didn't mention her name or details, just the essence of what transpired. And oh boy, her reaction was a spectacle. My wife, who once advocated for an open relationship, was suddenly a volcanic mix of anger, jealousy, and hurt. She threw every possible insult and judgment, trying to make me feel guilty, saying the woman was probably manipulative or dangerous. This was the final nail in the coffin. The hypocrisy was glaring. My wife wanted freedom for herself but couldn't bear the idea of me being with someone else. The imbalance was suffocating. The moment had come. I told her I had initiated a divorce. Her demeanor changed immediately, switching from anger to desperation. She tried to mend bridges, even tried to be intimate with me. Like, what in the actual hell is wrong with this person I thought I knew? My heart and soul had completely checked out. The love and respect I once had were replaced with profound disillusionment. It was over. So here I am, standing at the crossroads of a new life. My wife's desire for an open relationship was indeed a death knell for our union. In hindsight, my initial apprehensions were valid. Sometimes it's essential to trust your gut. Fortunately, we don't have any kids, and while there's pain in ending something we built together, I also feel an immense weight lifted. So, to those who supported, advised, and stood by me during this journey, a heartfelt thank you. Your words made the darkest days bearable. Until next time, no longer lost in love confusion. P.S. I will be reaching out to the woman I met at the lounge. Whatever the outcome, life has taught me to be authentic and chase genuine happiness. Here's to new beginnings. Mercy me. Yeah, that seems like the inevitable conclusion for most people's marriages. Perhaps there are some out there that this arrangement would work for, but there are so many variables and emotions involved. I'm not sure how happy people in these arrangements are, actually. Do you know someone in an open marriage? Or perhaps you are? How does it work for them or you? Or maybe you or someone you know tried this lifestyle. How did that all work out in the end? Let us know in the comments below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.